is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with another video. This one gonna hit y'all early in the morning on Wednesday, but as long as y'all get it, that's all that matter. But other than that, we're gonna talk about the Brooklyn Nets signing Tyler Johnson, a guy that wasn't even supposed to be rumored to sign with them. Um, Interesting enough, and actually a surprise to me because the Rockets wanted him, and they had to waive Theo Pinson to open up a roster spot for Tyler Johnson because the Nets had no room available. And something that have been reported for people that don't know, the Nets originally signed Tyler Johnson to a 4-year, $50 million offer sheet in 16 that the Miami Heat ended up matching to keep him, and they eventually traded to get off his contract to the Suns. Once Tyler Johnson didn't play a certain way, didn't really fit as well as Miami thought, didn't reach his potential. He was a hard worker. He was better than what they thought he would be when they discovered him, but he never really took his game to another level. But he is a guy that can play. He is a guy that is very strong, but I was just interested just to see they had a chance to get him, and Miami didn't mind overpaying because I feel the contract that the Nets gave Tyler Johnson was a little bit of an overpay, but they had to do that just to get him from the Heat. But they wasn't probably expecting the Heat to match it, and I wasn't either because I didn't really think he was particularly worth that money. But what I will say is Tyler Johnson isn't going to be here for the long haul. He's only going to be here probably this season, and then he's going to probably be on a different team. I do understand why the Nets did pick him up because he is an NBA quality player. He does deserve to be in the league. He can play. Plus, they don't have Kyrie, and they do have Dinwiddie, who has proven to be injury prone throughout his entire career, as he is a bruiser, a guy that likes to dribble and create contact and gets knocked around a lot and hit. Plus, you need somebody that can create a shot. And Tyler Johnson, he can be a guy that can play a little bit off ball. He can knock down shots. He can get to the basket a little bit. But like I say, he didn't really, take his game to that star level. He was only a role player in Miami and never really got bigger than that, which I feel is fine, but that's not worth the $50 million that he was worth. But you got to consider that I'd rather have, honestly, Tyler Johnson than Theo Pinson, if I had to be honest. I definitely would rather have him than Theo Pinson. So it makes sense to why they would want to pick him up um, right now because they are trying to fight for and keep their playoff spot. And guard position is a position they're weak at with Kyrie being out. Can you really depend on guys like Jeremiah Martin? Can you depend on Dinwiddie to stay fully healthy? And even if you do you feel like Dinwiddie can literally carry you for those 40-plus minutes that he might have to play, considering that they don't have a productive point guard outside of him, who is actually the backup on this team, but in this case, he will be the starter. So I like the fact that they picked up Tyler Johnson. He isn't the greatest player. Um, he isn't going to change anything. He's not going to really be the biggest addition because I don't really think without Kyrie and Kevin Durant that they're going to make a run to the finals or they're going to be a dominant team. I just feel like this is a filler. Let's get somebody that can compete. Let's upgrade the position while we can, and that's what they have done. They have got them a quality backup point guard for basically nothing but a roster spot because you're not paying him anything, and he's not going to be there that long because, like I said, I think this team is definitely going to be a first-round exit. but you still got to be competitive. And you still got to try to go all in with your chips and try to compete with what you have. And that's something that I will give Kenny Atkinson credit for this season. With Kyrie and Kevin Durant being out, he still did help them secure a playoff spot almost, because they still got to play these last couple games. And at the same time, they did go out there and still compete, and they still went out there and was fearless. So whether Karis LeVert was out, Kyrie was out, Dinwiddie, Kyrie, and all of them out, they still was able to compete. I know they're below 500. I know they didn't have the greatest season, but they still at least went out there and did their jobs, and they still went out there and didn't quit, didn't give up, and played their game. And you have to give credit to the Nets for doing that, even though they was one of the more disappointing teams this year, especially because even when Kyrie was healthy, like I always said, they still was not a good team. Still, they still found a way to get the job done for a season that had a lot of havoc and a lot of chaos and a lot of, mystery. And this is where they at right now. I still think they get into the playoffs. I still think that they most likely will win one to getting sweep at the best, because they're going to go against Toronto or the Bucks, which is the two best teams in the East the whole season. And I feel like those teams have got healthier, because remember, Giannis was a little beat up going into the Corona lockdown. Same was Chris Middleton. And not only that, you can say the same thing about the Raptors. But now they have had 3 months to recover, and then they're going to have some training camps to get the rust off. And then they're going to go against two of the best teams in the entire Eastern Conference, if not the two best. And I don't really see Toronto or the Bucks taking it easy on a team like the Nets. Now, they're going to be feisty. They're going to come to play. They can score. They can compete. But I just don't think they have enough offense, and I just don't think they defend well enough to be a legitimate concern to any of the teams that's in the top of the Eastern Conference, especially Milwaukee and Toronto, who has played elite basketball basically the entire year from start to finish, and you can't really say that about the Nets. And I think we all agree on that, even if you're a Nets fan, because you can just look at their record, you can look at their start, you can look at their middle, and you can look at where they at right now. So, in my personal opinion, I really want to see what Tyler Johnson has left in his cash. I want to know what he has, just because this is a guy that was willing to get out of the league to play football. And if that was his mentality, that shows you that he's a little conflicted. He's not 100% in. He's just taking his opportunity because somebody feel like he can feel it. And to me, that just allows me to look at him like, not 100% in. You really didn't want to do it. You really didn't want to finish this season. You literally turned down the opportunity to come back earlier, and he didn't. So now he's back in the NBA. Now he has a chance to prove that he can still contribute to a team. He has time right now to show that he can still be a backup point guard. And this is his time, because this is going to be a good opportunity for him to do it. I don't think he would have got that in Houston, just because they have a lot of guards and they do play James Harden and Russell a lot of minutes, and they depend on them a lot. But with Dinwiddie really being the only guy you got to compete with minutes for, and you're going to get guaranteed minutes, in my personal opinion, because they don't have a good backup point guard, like I said before, Tyler Johnson can really help extend his career an extra couple years, depending on how he plays this season in Brooklyn. But other than that, I feel like I want to see what he can do. I want to see what this team is really going to do without Kyrie or Kevin Durant. This is going to be interesting, but at the same time, this is something for them to build upon. This is something to gain their confidence up, and this is the time for people to really show what they're made of and what they can do, because they get to play a couple more games, and then next year you see Kyrie, Kevin Durant come back, and then they can fire on all cylinders, whether they make a trade for Bradley Beal or they don't, or they just stand pat with the team that they have and see what they got with Kyrie and Kevin Durant throughout the first couple months of the season. Whatever they do, they in a good situation getting two All-Stars back with a chance to really become one of the best teams in the East if things go right and the guys stay healthy, because that's one of the biggest problem with the Nets, like I said, is they always beat up and in and out of the lineups. It's hard to build consistency. It's hard to build chemistry with guys that can't stay on the court, and guys that don't really play defense well, and guys that are very good breakdown and isolation players, but not really the best players in a team concept playing together all on the same court. So they got some things or wrinkles to iron out these next couple months, and they got some things they have to figure out with this roster to have the best chance to get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on a championship roster, which I don't think this is, but I can see them being that depending on how good Kevin Durant comes back. But other than that, they're going to really have to show something different than what they've shown this year with Kyrie even healthy to really convince me that they are a championship team coming into next season. But other than that, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be fun to see. But I'm going to end the video right there. I think Tyler Johnson is the best point guard prospect probably left on the board after Reggie Jackson and a couple guys got took off. And they basically picked up a guy that's better than, or significantly better than Theo Pinson and a legitimate backup caliber point guard in the NBA. And they had to figure out a way to compete with the team that they have right now. And I do think that this helps them a little bit. Not great, not game changing, but it does give them something that they needed. And it does make sense from their perspective and his perspective too. If he does want to get back in the league and do this thing for a couple more years, this is the perfect chance to do it on a team that most likely will make the playoffs and can give you the minutes and show you and give you that stage to show what you really made of and what you can do. Then it's just about going out there and extending and expanding upon it the next couple seasons, and then we'll see where Tyler Johnson is at 2 to 3 years from now. Will he be in the league? Will he be out the league? And that's going to be decided depending on how he plays with the Nets this season, and what the ending of this last couple of weeks that they have potentially with this 8-game play-in and playoff spot. Well, they got a lot of games left to really do some things, and it's good for Tyler Johnson. So I like what he's doing. I like what they're doing, and it makes sense for both sides. It's a 50-50 fair deal. And after that, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description conversation below. Like on Facebook to show support. Like the video if you liked it already. Thanks for the love and support. If you haven't, like and share. It helps. Also, check out my merchandise. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you can buy it on Facebook or Spreadshirt. Also, if you're new to the channel, I make discussions just like this each and every day. I also break down footage of players, rookies, and legends. You can check that out on my channel. And I also do cover free agency, trade deadline, NBA playoff predictions, which will be coming up, the season previews, and all things NBA, even Summer League. And I do breakdowns on Summer League players too. So if you need something to watch, you love basketball, you can't live without it, this is the channel for you, as I try to make a video every single day for those who don't know. And if you haven't known or you like this video, why not check out my channel? I got over 1,000 videos for you guys to watch, and I got a playlist of several things, so check those out and become part of the family and subscribe. Other than that, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, even though the day is just starting for a lot of you that watch this. But if you do watch it later, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back Thursday with another video. And Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about the Nets, the future of the Nets, Tyler Johnson on the Nets, and if they can really be a serious contender with Kyrie and KD coming off serious major injuries already in year one of their contracts, which we kind of knew because Kyrie been beat up. But other than that, I'm interested in seeing this team next year, how they're going to be constructed, and how they're going to become one of the best teams in the East next year. So other than that, I ain't got much to say. Y'all have a blessed one.